Hello. Happy Sunday. Okay, live stream. Happy Sunday, you guys. This is my first weekend edition of Coffee with Angel called the Weekend Wind Down. We are just, I am also using a new platform. So I'm looking for the chats. I'm looking to see where the comments are. Okay, now I see them. So I'm super excited to have you guys join me. These are, and if you are new, please drop a comment into the chat. And let me know you're out there. Let me know if you're already part of the Beauty of Aging community or if you are new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And now I'm trying to figure out how to show our comments. Y'all know what? I don't know about this new platform. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome to Weekend Wind Down. If you're new to the Maison 276 community, let me introduce myself. I'm Angel Cornelius, the founder of Maison 276, and I normally come on every Friday with Coffee with Angel every Friday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern. And I know there are a lot of you out there that are in team replay and rewatch, which I greatly appreciate. But occasionally I've decided I'm going to drop in for a live on Sunday so we can chit chat together, so you can ask questions live instead of in the chat later when you rewatch. So if you're new to this platform, let me introduce myself. I'm Angel Cornelius, the founder of Maison 276 and the Beauty of Aging YouTube channel. I started Coffee with Angel as a way to just chit chat with the community. It started about silver hair care. I'm the founder of Maison 276, and our hero product is the innovative and award winning 3-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair. It's a healthy way to brighten and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dyes. And the conversations quickly changed to not just hair care for silver and blondes, but mature hair in general. Then we started talking about fashion and wellness and lifestyle. And so it's just become a community where we talk about all things that are important to you, the woman who is unapologetically growing bolder. And so I polled the community a couple of months ago about their interest in doing weekend coffee chats, and overwhelmingly they voted for Sunday afternoon. So here we are. So drop in the chat. I see some people are live, so feel free to drop your comments in the chat. Let me know if you're new to the community or if you're a regular and you're hopping on for the inaugural weekend wind down. Let's see. And I'm trying, y'all bear with me. This is a new platform, right? And so I'm trying to figure out how to put the new chats, how to put the chats. Hi, Annette. How are you? Hi, Annette. Well, this is new, remember? So they've got to get used to us hanging out on Sunday as well. But thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. How has your weekend been? Let me know how your weekend has been. I it's not Friday morning. It's not morning, so I'm not gearing up with caffeine. I actually am winding down with my favorite sparkling wines. I love that. I know you're. Hey Tony, hi. Who's this new? Hey Lil, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday. So this is because this is our first weekend wind down. Well, frankly, you guys, every time we go live, it's really always open mic. But because I know there are going to be new people in the community on the chat, you can actually, you can, it's open mic, ask me anything. Whether it's about silver hair care, lifestyle, fashion, fitness. My most recent vlog that I went live yesterday is a makeup tutorial. Yes, yes, yes. You will always get me off track with the bubbly. She's like, Prosecco, yes, yes. I love all the sparklings. I mean, I really do. And, I'm normally not a rosé girl because they typically are sweet, a little too sweet for me. But this one I like. If y'all are sleeping on Trader Joe's wine and sparkling wine collection, stop. It's really good, y'all. Like really good. So I actually brought the bottle because I knew somebody was going to ask me. So this is what I'm drinking. This is from Trader Joe's. It's like $10, but it's so good. This is Opaline or Opaline, not sure what's the correct pronunciation. This is a Pinot Noir Brut Rosé sparkling wine. But it is not too sweet because I do not like the sweet wines. I'm not a Moscato type of person. That's super, super sweet for me. So I don't like that. But that one is really good. Still in my cask. Oh no, Annette, you're still in your cask. So Annette shared with us a couple of weeks ago, I think that she broke her ankle or her foot, one or the other, which I don't remember which one it was. So everybody was sending up thoughts and prayers. Like I said, do your PT, do all the things that the people are telling you to do because you will get back on track so much faster. So take care of yourself, please. Man, the screen notes for this particular app that I'm on, I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not trying to badmouth anybody, but man, they're huge. I don't know about this new platform, y'all. Normally, I live stream on StreamYard. So that's what I normally do on Friday mornings. But this is a new one. I'm trying to figure out if I want to switch. I don't know. This one's supposed to be really great for podcasts, but I don't know about this one. But welcome, Lil. Welcome. Welcome so much. I appreciate you. Um, Lil is Team Prosecco. Okay. Yeah, we can hang. We can hang. So the vlog that I posted yesterday was a new makeup tutorial, and I used the Lip Bars Fast Face Collection. It's actually not a foundation, which I really like because, I'm on the Gulf Coast and it's hot and humid here all the time. Your thumb. Oh, your wrist and your thumb. Okay, I couldn't remember which one it was in that. Please take care. She broke her wrist and her thumb. Please take care. And I'm sure you're coming out. As we mature, our bones mend. They mend, but they mend a little bit more slowly. So, you know, be patient, give yourself grace. Don't try to rush in. So back to this Lip Bar Fast Face collection. It's only a few products. It's not a foundation. It's a tinted moisturizer conditioner, but it's super light, but it gives foundation vibes in terms of coverage. So this is my fourth time wearing it. I absolutely love it. It's a blurring. I brought everything down here. It's a blurring primer, a tinted moisturizer, and when you buy the Fast Face collection, all of these things come in the box. So basically you go to the website and you pick your complexion, and it's everything from cocoa bean to vanilla bean. It's a complexion for every, it's a box, a kit for everybody, and based on your foundation, then the kit comes with everything else that you would need, like your blush, two lipsticks. The only, that's actually, I don't have the lipstick on. The concealer, the eyebrow pencil, which is very important for me because I don't have any brows. They're very sparse, and the few that I have are white, so it looks like I don't have any. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend. And if you are in the Detroit area, we are doing a collab with the Lip Bar Wednesday, October 1st. It's their Wednesday wind down. And so we're going to be there from 7 to 9, light bites, cocktails. Their flagship store is in downtown Detroit. I am super, super excited about this collaboration because we have very aligned missions in terms of founder alignment and how we view our community. And we are all about celebrating you, the woman, in all of your glory, and celebrating your own individual version of beauty. We're not here to fix anything. We're here to help you meet your needs, meet you where you are. And so I love this collaboration with the Lip Bar. You didn't see the live show yesterday? Oh, well, it's uploaded. So after this one, you can go and take a peek. All of the Coffee with Angels are uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you can always go back and watch it. Now, normally, you guys know I'm in the kitchen. I was kind of trying to figure out where I didn't want to do it in the kitchen today. I was trying to figure out where in the house I could do the live where I could still be as comfortable, because y'all know when I'm doing the Friday morning coffee chats, I'm literally standing at the kitchen sink in front of the kitchen window because the light is so, so good. So I'm actually in my office, sitting at my desk, but this is a different angle. Like if I'm on a Zoom call, I'm much closer to the cabinet, but this is pretty comfortable. I'm still getting some sunlight from the backyard. You see, I have a lot of plants in my home office because this is pretty much where I live. From about 8 o'clock in the morning to sometimes 8 or 9 at night, obviously with some breaks for meals and working out. But this is where I spend most of my time, in my home office. And so when I redid the office during COVID, it was like, I spend so much time in here. It needs to be prettier. Oh, hey, good, hey, Deb. I'm glad you caught me live too. I'm glad too. Man, I'm glad too. How do you make this smaller? I don't know how to make this smaller, y'all. It's so big. Oh my gosh. It is so big. I love putting the chats on the screen though, but I'll figure this out. If not, we're going to go back to the chat, the platform that I used to use. So I want to know, where are you guys watching from? So I'm Central Time because I'm on the Gulf Coast. I live in the Houston area. I'm originally from New Orleans. And because our team's not great this year, I was like, well, my Sundays are free. So let's do some live streams on Sunday. Normally on Sunday, I'll have my Saints shirt on, whatever. They got to do better. They got to do better. Also, if you're new, you should know I'm a huge sports fan. So I do a lot of sports analogies, and, we're going to do some game day promos this year. So even though my team's not great, I'm still a huge football fan, and my college team is doing very well, very, very well. We're 3-0. Oh, you're on the West Coast, and now, okay, okay. I'm gonna be on the West Coast in about 3 weeks in the Santa Monica area. So yeah, so it's still early. It's still early. It's still early. Y'all got that good weather over there. So anybody on the East Coast, yeah, y'all got that good weather. And Deborah, you said you're glad you caught me. Oh, Kansas City, yes, barbecue. I know y'all eat more things than barbecue. It's like Texas. People think Texas barbecue. You eat more things than barbecue in Texas. Um, but I'm sure y'all eat more than barbecue in Kansas City. Now, when you think about New Orleans, Louisiana, people automatically think seafood. That's pretty much what we eat. That is pretty much what we eat. Oh, hey. So you're watching from Oklahoma, but you were born and raised in Houston. Awesome. So I am, y'all. This side, these, they're so big. So I came to Houston to go to college. That's how I left New Orleans and came to Houston, and I met my husband in college. And so that's how we just built our life here in Houston. That's where our children were born and raised. So they're native Texans, even though my husband and I are not. But yeah, that's how I landed in Houston. Y'all, I just turned this fan on. I'm having a moment. Y'all didn't even need to know that, right? I could just have put it on. It wouldn't have really. It's not really strong enough to blow my hair. But these lights, I do have one of my content creator lights on right here. They're hot, y'all. So any middle-aged content creator, y'all should know she is suffering under the lights. Whether she tells y'all or not, she is suffering under the lights. Okay, see. Oh, y'all got, oh, that's right. Are y'all still like excited about the championship, the NBA championship? Congrats. Congrats. I love just random chit chatting, by the way. But if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, whether that's questions about hair care, silver hair care, questions about the brand. If you have been watching any of my content, if you have questions about the content, it really spans all the lifestyle boxes from hair care to fashion to wellness, a little bit of fitness. The content really is driven by the community. And I always say the beauty of aging, that YouTube, this YouTube channel is really for the community, and it is to give you content that helps you live your best life. And even a lot of the content that I've been creating over the year, when I started this channel, I actually never envisioned myself doing that. But when I said, hey, what kind of content do you guys want to see? You spoke and I listened. Hey, Barbara from Columbia, South Carolina, another barbecue city or state. There's Texas barbecue, there's Kansas City barbecue, Memphis barbecue, and South Carolina barbecue. Those are the four main types of barbecue. So no shade to anybody that I didn't mention, but I think most foodies would say those are the kinds of barbecue. So how y'all can tell I talk a lot about food, but I'm from New Orleans, so you're not surprised at that either. So how are things in Columbia, South Carolina? I know that we are in some of the Walmarts in that area as well. Annette says she got a fan and she's using it right now. I know. Hey, all the time. And if we're gonna tell the truth, we got we got the little fans that go in our purse. You cannot not have your fan. And the temperature and the season has absolutely nothing to do with it. You just don't ever know when you're going to need it. Hey, Barbara. Oh, you've only been there for a year. Okay, awesome. I was asking Barbara how long she had been in South Carolina. South Carolina. Maryland, you're in Maryland, but visiting the ATL. I love the ATL. We did a coffee with Angel. I'm going back reading the comments. We did a coffee with Angel in Atlanta in March. Had so much fun. We had such a great time. And after that, I went to a soccer game at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I actually had not ever been to a professional soccer game before. Man, y'all do it up in Atlanta for soccer. We had a blast. We had a ball. Oh, so let's see. So Barbara said she started grade at 17. So Barbara, that actually, so here's how I became a beauty founder. I started graying when I was a little girl. My mother found my first silver strand when I was a little girl. I was so young, she was still combing my hair. So obviously, I didn't have this much. But as I grew older, I got more and more silver hair, which I'm sure is your story, correct, Barbara? And so, unlike most people who colored their hair because silver and being young was not, a thing, I just always embraced it, except for a very short period of time, which I will share as I'm telling this story. So I just kind of grew up. This hair and I always grew up together. Even in college, like it started with like the streak, this all white part right here, and even in college, people thought that it was just like a streak that I had bleached because people just assumed it wasn't my hair. And so all my life, I struggled with products to keep my, at the time was a silver patch, to keep my silver silver. And the only product on the market for this type of hair were the purple shampoos, even, back when I was in college. And so as I got older, obviously more and more silver. And then when our second child was born, when I was pregnant with my daughter, that's when it really, really came in. And so, long story short, I get into my 50s and I've got even more white hair, and I just got so frustrated because the problem with the purple shampoos is when you add color to colorless hair, it takes on those hues and you get what I call old lady blue hair. And so I had always been a beauty DIYer. I'd always bought products off the shelf and mixed them with even my skincare products that I used were actually a combination of things that I had bought and mixed up together. And so I just decided that I was going to try to create products from scratch, try to create something to take care of my hair that didn't have purple dyes. And so that's what I did. I created a pre-shampoo, a shampoo, and a conditioner that didn't have purple dyes. All of the products I created in my kitchen, the house that I still live in. And so that was the three-step system that I created for my hair. And I was perfectly happy just having finally something to keep my silver silver that didn't add color to my hair, and also was something that I could use every time I shampooed my hair. Because if you use the purple shampoos, it's not something you can use all the time. You also have secondary products, which are regular products. And so if you have silver or blonde hair, and you use the purple shampoos, you buy twice as many products as your counterparts, and you spend twice as much money for just the simple act of taking care of your hair. So my friends find out that I'm making beauty products in the kitchen, and they harassed me to make enough products to sell to them. And they were, in fact, my first customers. And it got to a point where, and for the record, I had a real job. I was a healthcare administrator for Texas Children's Hospital here in Houston, and actually it's now a regional healthcare system. And so those were my first customers, and that is the origin of the Maison 276 three-step system. I knew that if I had a brand, I wanted in some way to pay homage to my roots, my New Orleans roots. So Maison's Furniture House, 276 is the street address of the house where I grew up. And so over time, it became something that I could no longer create in my kitchen because I had too many customers. I had to have a manufacturer. What started as an Etsy storefront grew into a website. The first one I created, then I had to get a web designer. And that is in a nutshell, the Maison 276 story. I started creating it was a personal pain point, and then quickly realized that other women had this issue as well. The other thing about our hair is that our hair is just like our skin. It changes as we mature. And so oftentimes the products, whether you color your silver hair or not, because I would say I'm not the silver police. If you want to color your hair, that's I support that. But the products that we use when we were 30 and 40, they don't work for us in our 50s and 60s because our hair is different. And so the three-step system is not just to take care of silver and blonde hair, it's also formulated for mature hair because our hair becomes drier, it becomes coarser, and when it stops producing melanin, which is the thing that gives it us color, the texture is completely different. And that's why oftentimes when women will say, "Oh, this silver hair is so disrespectful. It's got a mind of its own." It's not really disrespectful. It's just different hair. And so you have to, just like the skincare products we used when we were 20 and 30 no longer work. The hair care products aren't as effective either. And so even if you are coloring your hair, you can still use Maison 276 hair care products. You just don't need step one. Step one is the brightener, it's the clarifier, it's the thing that removes that dullness and discoloration from your silver or blonde hair so that the natural brilliance of your hair can shine through. If you're coloring your hair, you don't need step one, but you still need step two and step three. Super excited because we launched in Walmart nationwide this March. So that is our first brick and mortar distribution. So super, super excited. You can go to the Maison 276 website, go to our store locator page, and put your zip code in, and it will tell you the store that's closest to you. But if you don't have a store close to you, they ship super fast. We're also available on Amazon. So that is the Maison 276 story. So thank you for dropping that in. That you also grew up with your silver hair. And Barbara is saying she never colored her hair. Where we're different. As you know, most people did color their hair when they were younger, and that's. I'm not making that a judgment statement. Is just it is what it is. And so I actually colored my hair for a few years in my 30s. As I said, in my late 30s, when I had my daughter, it really, really came in. And a friend of mine who had been telling me that I should color my hair, she had been telling me that for a long time. And she and I were together, and I just ignored her. And so she and I were together once with my infant daughter, and someone said, "Is that your grandchild?" And I was like, mortified that someone would think that my child was my grandchild, right? And so she looked at me and she was like, "See, I told you you should color it." And I thought, well, maybe it really is making me look older. And so I colored it, and Barbara, I knew as soon as I did it, it was a mistake. I didn't feel like myself, but once you color your hair, like you can't undo it. And it took me several years to figure out like how to go back to being myself because I just didn't like it. Every day I felt like I was waking up with a hat on. And long story short, that was my first big chop. I just cut it all off. I wore a very, very short pixie, like so short that I went to my husband's barber to get my hair cut for a couple of years until it grew out long enough to where I could do freestyle braids because by then they were doing braiding hair in salt and pepper. And so that's how I grew my hair out. But I'm happy to share that story with women because for so long, women are pressured to do a lot of things because of societal expectations about what we should look like. And oftentimes, people who are very well meaning, people who do love us, think that they're telling us something for our own good. And so we succumb to societal pressure. And so I share that story because it's a very common story of women doing things. I still have women who will tell me that their husbands don't want them to let their gray come out. I've even had women write to me and say their children not right, even in person, will say, my children keep pressuring me to, color my hair. And so we are still pushing back, even in 2025, to be our authentic selves and not succumb to pressure from whether it's society in general or people that are close to us. So I will just say, I told that woman and any other woman, people that you birthed don't have the right to tell you anything about what you should do with your hair unless it's something to help you embrace being who you want to be. But they certainly don't have the right to tell you you should be coloring your hair. That's a hard no. That's a hard no. Absolutely. I know you had the, oh my God. So really, Barbara, you said you had the same thing happen. Somebody thought you were your daughter's grandmother. Yeah. And what's interesting is that, like, if they just look at your face, like, your face is clearly a youthful face. And what's even stranger about that is that there are kids. Remember this trend a few years ago where kids were dyeing their hair silver? Like they were, and I asked a young lady, she was like 15, what the process was for that. And she said essentially it's a multi step process and it's very expensive. You strip the color from your hair, so that's the first step. And then they go back and the stylist basically puts silver dye. But first they have to strip the natural color. Super, super damaging. Super damaging. And that says, it's so sad how society looks at women, because my ex-husband also did not like my gray hair. Yes. Yes. I know. We just got to be ourselves. You just got to be strong enough to be yourself. Hey, Sasha. Thank you for your. Oh, you're welcome. Will you make a lower body strength training? Thank you, Sasha. I appreciate that. So, those upper body trainings that I did was I was doing another kind of vlog and someone was asking about my upper body, and that's how I did those. So my lower body training is, I have a Peloton, so that's my lower body training. And the Peloton also has other types of workouts that are not on the bike. So the app has upper body workouts, which is what those 10-minute upper body workouts are patterned behind. It also has core work, like 10-minute core. And so that's actually what I do for core work and lower body. And I used to be an avid runner for really like 40 years. I mean, I've done marathons and stuff like that. But over time, my knees were just like, we really not feeling this like that that much. And so that's how I got into the Peloton, because it gives me like the same type of rigorous workout, but it's not so much pressure on my knees. And so that's what I do for a lower body. Um, so I hope that, I know it wasn't really a question, but I just wanted to clarify what I do for lower body. But I will say this, I am a huge advocate of walking, because running and walking actually give you the same type of workout. I think the difference between people who walk and people who run, for me, the running is more of like a psychological thing, and an adrenaline boost, but you work the same large muscle groups, your quads, your hamstrings, which are the front and back of your thighs, your glutes, which is your butt, and your calves. Like, you work all the same muscle groups. So if you don't want to run, you definitely can walk. So, let's see. Oh, I love it when y'all I love chit-chatting in DMs. Let's see. Uh, so that's that, Sasha. Let's see. Veronica says she colored her hair for her 30. I'm going to put this on the screen. She said she colored her hair in her up until she was 52 during COVID. Third, yes. Kudos to your husband. So, and you know what, Veronica, you were part of a large number of women who, because of COVID, that's when they started embracing their silver, and then they realized they loved it so much. Also, the one of the good things about social media that we didn't have when, let's just say, I was, I had to do my big chop, is that social media has really created, in my opinion, a great support for women who are growing out their gray, because there's so many women who actually chronicle the silver journey. And so you don't, even if you don't know anybody, nobody in your immediate circle is doing the silver grow out, you still have this digital or virtual community of women to support you, and you can see what the end's gonna be. Like, Trey's going gray. She's still, like, she's completely silver now, but she still posts from time to time, her silver grow out, and it is so inspiring. um, Yogo's gray. She's completely chronicled her silver grow out, but she still reposts that from time to time as inspiration. So if you need some inspiration for women who have chronicled that, then by all means follow them. And they have long hair, so it took them a lot longer for their grow out than when I did it, which I actually don't even have pictures of that. That was that was in the 90s. We didn't have social media. People weren't taking pictures or stuff like that. I actually have very few pictures. I literally have two pictures of myself making product in the kitchen. Just two. Because one, I was never on social media before I started Maison 276. And two, I wasn't thinking that I was starting a company. I was just doing this thing for me and my friends. And so it never occurred to me like to chronicle it. So I only have two pictures of me making products in the kitchen. Yep, absolutely. So let's see. Veronica says, oh, okay, let's see. When I was in my, Barbara said when she was in her late 50s. Wait, where is it? I'm going to put it on the screen. A little girl asked what, okay. When I was a little girl, I asked what she wanted to be when she got old. She told me I'd probably, what? Kids? Oh my gosh. Veronica says no one in her circle has embraced their silver. She finds her support on YouTube. Yeah, we're here for you, girl. We are here. We are here. Sasha, oh, okay. You have a treadmill, Sasha? Yeah, that's great. Walking is great. Walking is great. And now that, well, if you're on the Gulf Coast, like it's so hot in the summer. So now that the temperatures are getting better, it's really a great time to walk. Chin hair. So, Annette, the chin hairs. Yes, it is a thing. It is a thing. And let me explain why. As we mature, as you know, our estrogen level drops. But we all have testosterone. Like, women do have levels of testosterone. And as our estrogen levels drop, our testosterone levels increase a little bit as we mature. And that's why we see more of the facial hairs. And it's just those random, I know, those random chin hairs. Every morning, I don't have them every morning, but I will say every time I get ready to do makeup, I'm always looking and plucking. It is what it is. I don't have enough where I do like laser treatments or anything like that. But if you have so many where it's just a pain in the butt, that is definitely an option. And in fact, one of our next podcasts, our next entrepreneurial feature Coffee with Angel podcast is going to be at a spa, and one of the services that they offer is the laser removal of chin hair. And so we're going to have her talk in depth. Well, it's not just chin hair, it's anywhere you want to have it removed. But we're going to have her talk in depth about like what the process is for that and how long it lasts and just all those things. Because I'm interested. I'm interested in knowing too. You guys have great questions. I'm loving the chit chatting, and yes, we are all over the we're all over the book, but I don't care. I'm here for all the questions. I'm here for all the questions, and I'm going back between YouTube and just a second, y'all, while I take a little sip and make sure. Okay, make sure everything is okay. But that's perfectly normal. That's perfectly normal. And one guy asked if you colored your gray. Yeah, I used to get that too. Is that all your hair? Yes, yes. Lil, you got a bunch of emojis. Oh, they're the claps. Yes, yes. Okay, because they look different on. Oh yeah, Barbara. We gotta get the little chin hairs out. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I love these questions, you guys. What other questions do you have? So, let's see. Veronica, I just saw yours. She said somebody kept staring at her in the store and wanted to know how she had so much gray hair so young. I know, I know. I mean, I know we all have similar stories. I was in a store one time, and a guy told me that what did he say? And he thought it was a compliment, and that's the other thing. Basically, he was saying my hair and my body didn't match. Like, my hair implied that my body should look a certain kind of way, and I had like workout clothes on, right? um like yoga pants kind of thing, so I guess could see my body, whatever. And so I told him my hair and my body do match. Would your expectations, that's what's wrong. Your expectations about what somebody with silver hair, you need to rethink that. And I picked up I was in I'll never forget this. I was buying vodka because a friend of mine has a vodka brand, and I was in there specifically looking for the vodka. By the way, the brand is GO3 vodka, made right here in Texas. But anywho, and so like, yeah, I was just like, you need to change your thoughts about what you think people with silver hair look like, and turned and walked away. I wasn't in the mood to to entertain his stereotypes. He just needed to be corrected at that point in time. And maybe if he had not, it was kind of the way he said it. Yeah, yeah, it was the way he said it. It just rubbed me the wrong way, and I just wasn't for it. I wasn't for it. Not, what did you say? She stopped coloring in 2013 and never thought twice about it. Exactly. The time and money you freed up, child, absolutely. It is a conversation. Yeah, a conversation starter. And Barbara, I will say this, that more often than not, I would say over the last 10 years, most of the comments are positive. So I think slowly but surely, the silver hair community, we are changing the narrative about silver hair. And I think in general, our generation, I mean, I'm 65, but I think women who are 50 plus, we are, not I think, I know, we are changing the narrative on aging and rejecting this image of what we should be doing in our lives at this point in time. We're still vibrant. We're still energetic. We still have ambition. We're still out here doing the most. And I mean that in a very, very positive way. We still have goals and aspirations. We're still starting new careers. We're retiring to do what we want to do. And some of that is the traditional part of retiring, and I guess that means like traveling and doing all the things, but other things are the not traditional idea of what it means to retire, and that is starting a new business, being an entrepreneur. It wasn't my intention to start a company, but I very much had in my mind when our daughter, who's our youngest, when it was time for her to graduate from college, it was very much in my mind that I was going to leave that job and do something very different. Now, God has a very funny sense of humor, and it was not to start a beauty brand. It was definitely not that. But I did have in my mind, like, oh yeah, I just got a few more years here. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's not gonna be this. I don't want to be nobody's boss. Anyway, so we are definitely changing the narrative for sure. Hey, you know what? Yeah, nicely said, but I wasn't trying to be nice in that. I was trying to put him in his place. I, I think I was older than him. I'm not sure. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Barbara said, I mean, not be for the. She said she's had people say that the same thing, like they don't match. Yeah, well, you need to change your. Who's 70 plus? Lil, are you 70 plus? Absolutely. Indeed. Absolutely. We're out here doing the most. And we have earned the right. That's what I always tell people who, you know, they want to do something different. They want to do something new. And two things I say: there comes a point in your life when you deserve to do what makes you happy. And it's okay to be scared. Do it scared. I do it scared all the time. um, yeah, I mean, it's a normal human emotion when you do something that you're unfamiliar with, right? But remember, um, you have decades of experience, what I call your toolkit, and you are perfectly capable of doing something that you've never done before, because what you will do is just draw on all those decades of experience in whatever you've been doing over the course of your life. Like, you're more than equipped to start something new, do something different, take on a new adventure. And so what if you are nervous and are scared? Do it scared. Do it scared. What you don't want are regrets about, I wish I had done this thing or that thing. So Veronica asked, where did I get the silver hair clip-ins? So they come from a company called Soul Lady Wigs. I know they're still running these ads from my YouTube. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But so that's the name of the company. And I love them because I have really, over the last couple of years, figured out how to embrace protective styles. Well, first of all, the companies that make, whether it's clip-ins, full wigs, half wigs, whatever, they have finally started to have more variety for those of us with silver hair, because there's not one type, right? Some people are a true salt and pepper. Some people have more pepper than salt. Some have more salt and pepper. Like, it's a wide range, right? And so I'm super excited that they are realizing that. And so Soul Lady Wigs is where I have the clip-ins for my ponytails. And in fact, there's another, and what I love about the half wigs is that, I can still have my own hair. And in fact, that's actually what I'm wearing right now. Like, this is all my hair in the front, and my hair is braided under here. Um, yeah, under the half wig, but this is all my hair in the front. And because what I was finding is, because I travel a lot, doing events, that I was over, like, I was just always doing my hair. And you can have, here's the thing, y'all, you can have the best products, you can take care of your hair in every possible way, but there is a point of when you are overdoing your hair. And so constantly flat ironing your hair every day, like, or constantly manipulating your hair if you were doing a twist out every day. And so what I find is that these allow me to give my hair a break, and to not manipulate it so much, and not to have to flat iron it so much when I constantly have to be on as Angel, the founder of Maison 276. Does that make sense? So I'm excited about having opportunities to just give my hair a little bit of a break. So yeah. Have I ever thought about getting locks? No. I think locks are great, but I like the versatility of being able to have a twist out if I want to twist out, of flat ironing and doing a flat, a straight ponytail, like having it pull back in a bun. But I do think locks are beautiful. And we have a lot of customers who have silver locks that use the three-step system. But yeah, now I will do in the summer, I will do freestyle braids in the summer, especially if I'm going on a tropical vacation. I will definitely get some freestyle braids. So that's kind of like the closest that I've gotten to locks. Oh, Lil, you built a bench? Yes. I was just talking about the fact that we can do whatever we want to do. I love that. I love a good DIY project. I'm not gonna lie, I do. One of the things with having building a company at the stage that Maison 276 is that a lot of my hobbies and things that I used to do, like on the weekends, like those things I just don't have time to do those things anymore. I love a good DIY project. I love like small household projects. And in fact, I was talking to a friend of mine just yesterday, and we were talking about refinishing furniture. And like my breakfast table in the kitchen is oak. I have refinished that thing 3 times. And I'm kind of tired of the color that it is right now. I just don't have time to refinish it. I just don't have time. I just don't have time. But I love a good DIY project. Hey, Shauna. Hey. Happy Sunday. Over manipulating. So, did I answer your question? I hope you're having a good weekend, Shauna. Thanks for hopping on. There's somebody else here. They were from the ATL earlier, Shauna. Let's see if I go to see who was here from the ATL. Anyway, y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this new platform. I tried it out today. I don't know. I'm not gonna say which one it is, but I might go back to StreamYard. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me. The thing that I The biggest thing is how big the comments are on the screen. Like they're really, really ginormous. YouTube and a Facebook told me I could. What are you talking about? Oh, YouTube and a Facebook told me I could. What are you talking about? You could what? Are y'all having a sidebar conversation that I don't know anything about? I'm not dipping or anything. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing a question. So what are you talking about, Lil? Tell me. But yeah, so I'm real big on from time to time us giving our hair a break. And there's another style that because sometimes I want some soft curls, and I haven't had soft curls in a while. So I'm going to be traveling a lot the next couple of weeks, but in the next month, I'm going to be experimenting with some more styles. Because sometimes I just get tired of the look, right? And I want a completely different look. Oh, the bench. YouTube told you you could. Okay, so that's how you. Oh, yeah, you can learn how to build almost anything on YouTube. You can. I started one of the another kind of hobby that I haven't had much time for, actually almost no time, is gardening. I used to love to garden. Like I could spend the whole weekend in the garden. And I did that this Labor Day weekend, and I had so much fun. But in lieu of starting, like, in lieu of spending time in the garden like I used to do, I've kind of just settled for my plants here in my home office. Y'all can see them, right? Oh, yeah, the bench. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That Lil, yes. So that group started during COVID, and she has Tara Page. She has like this whole company and platform built around that. So I'm super excited that that has continued to grow and expand. And yeah, that is like I am a woman who loves outdoor space. I love my backyard, especially in the fall. So I'm super excited that it's finally cooling off a little bit. I'm getting my fire pit ready. Yes, yes, absolutely. Did you make it from scratch? Like she used to have. I mean, some of the things women were building during COVID was just spectacular, and like building stuff from pallets and just all kinds of things. Yeah, yeah. That is a really really cool group. Absolutely. And the thing I love about that platform is like they have projects and like there's space for women who have like if you have a patio, if you have a little balcony on your apartment, like whatever your outdoor space is, there is somebody in that group that has tips and tricks and DIY projects to make your outdoor space a haven. And that's what I love. And I've gotten like little tips during COVID. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Oh, Lowe's. Oh my God, Lowe's, Lowe's. Yes, yes. I love Lowe's. Me and my mother loves Lowe's too, cause like the rugs are beautiful. The outdoor rugs are beautiful, and I love a good indoor outdoor rugs. Y'all, we're all over the place, aren't we? From protective styles, now we're doing Lowe's, but like we have a lot of different interests on the beauty of aging. A lot of different interests. And in fact, Shauna Friday during Coffee with Angel said she wanted to see some fall decor. And it was a coincidence because I had actually been thinking about what I was going to do for my fall tablescape in the dining room because right now she's still got the summer spring look. So we're working on it. Um, I'm not so much a Home Depot. Actually, there's no Ace Hardware near where I live, but I know that they do have nice stuff. Yes, a labor of love for real. Oh, that bench. I bet it was. I bet that bench was a labor of love. But you're right, thrift stores are good too. Because during COVID, I tried to build a fountain from thrift store stuff. It didn't really work out, but it was nice. It was a nice way to spend my time. It didn't turn out the way I wanted, but I was still glad I tried it. I was still glad. Shauna, that was just Friday. You just said that Friday. This is Sunday, like 48 hours. But it's coming. I so earlier today I was kind of like scouting around on the internet. I saw something I liked for the fall table scape, but I was just scouting around on the internet to see if there was something else I liked more. Because, I'm a fan of using what you got, tweaking it a little bit. So I'm not trying to do a whole, like buy a whole nother 8-piece dinnerware set. I'm not trying to do that. I'm thinking some. I'm thinking dollar store vibes. I'm thinking that's dollar. I'm thinking dollar store vibe. I'm thinking dollar store, Shauna. I'm thinking dollar store. Because in fact, what's on the table now is a combination of dollar store and Sur La Top. Y'all remember Sur La Top? Are they still around? Because the one by my house closed during COVID. So are they? I'm gonna Google really, literally right now. Are they still in business? Because they used to have me in a chokehold. I used to have to stop going in there. Sur La Top. Oh, they no, they're still around. I. Oh no, they still have one in the Woodlands. An hour from my house. I shall not be going there. But so the one where I live in Southwest Houston, that one closed after COVID. But I went in there for the store closing and bought some stuff. Sur La Top, if you could get great, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna put it in the chat. They're like Pottery Barn, where you could get like really great ideas. You could get, even if you don't want to pay the elevated cost, you could get really great ideas from Sur La Top. Pottery Barn is also another place where I have to manage myself. What's the other store where I have to manage myself? Um, Anything housewares, kitchenwares. What's the name of that other store in the mall? I can't think of it. I'll have to come back to it. Wasn't sure what the topic was, but I tried gardening. Okay. Shauna said she wasn't sure, but she tried gardening for the first time. Oh, yes. Gardening is the bomb. And it is another thing that will have you in a chokehold in terms of like buying stuff. Yes. Years ago, let me see, my son is 38. So when he was a toddler, I dug up a big old plot in the backyard and started this garden. And I did that for about 3 years. It is very fulfilling, but it is a lot of work, especially if you live someplace where the soil is really hard, which it is here because it's a lot of clay. But now you can buy like these kits from Lowe's and Home Depot too, where you don't have to dig up your dirt. You just like buy this kit thing and you just put it on top of the soil. You put it on top of the grass and you just pull your dirt in there, so you don't have to dig up anything. So it's a lot easier. Ooh, Pier 1, yes. Ooh, Annette, you taking me back, girl. Me and my friends were just talking about Pier 1 a few weeks ago. Yes, it was a little bitty store, but they just had such beautiful stuff. Such beautiful stuff. Pier 1, yes. I still have a few things in the house from Pier 1. Truly, truly. Y'all, we going to talk about a rabbit hole. we've gone down a rabbit hole. But and we have been over an hour, y'all. So much fun. So, okay, I think we're gonna do these Sunday wind downs because I've had a ton of fun twice a month. So, y'all, before we sign off, tell me some. Do y'all like the open mic chit chatting, or do you like a specific topic? So, if you are, I know Shauna, Pier One was the spot. Now, if there's somebody 30 years old on this chat, which there likely isn't, but, and they have no idea what we're talking about, Pier One. Pier One was the thing. Pier One was it. And you could go in often because like the inventory rotated a lot. Like there was a lot of rotation, so you had to keep going in there. That's how they got you. You just had to keep going in there because you just didn't never know what little special treasure you were gonna find in Pier One. Ah, okay, y'all. So we're gonna do these twice a month. So tell me, do you guys want special topics? Do you like the open mic where we're just chit chatting? This has been a ton of fun. But we're definitely gonna have to schedule them. Uh, but I appreciate this so much. I appreciate y'all. And again, if you're just hopping on, this is our first Sunday coffee with Angel. And I didn't call it coffee because I don't drink coffee at 6 o'clock. And that's why it was called Sunday Weekend Wind Down because I started with a glass of Prosecco. Well, actually, it wasn't Prosecco, it was just a sparkling Brut Rose. But you like the open mic, but 1 to 2 topics. Okay, I hear y'all. Okay, open mic. We could do all those things. All those things. Yeah, absolutely. And truth be told, if you're a regular coffee with Angel, you know, even if I have a topic, we do open mic. Like you can ask me anything, anytime. We're all here for it. So, okay, you guys, I'm gonna hop off. What's the Sunday game? I don't know. You know, when your team is not good, you're just kind of not like really up on the schedule. So let me see who is. The Cowboys are losing. That's no shock. Um, let's see who is on tonight. What's the night game? Let's see who's playing tonight. Saints lost. That's why I don't. We're in a bad place right now, y'all. Thoughts and prayers. And I don't want to hear anything from the ATL people on the mic right now. I don't want to hear from the ATL right now. What's the game tonight, y'all? Oh, the Chiefs and the Giants. We'll see what Russ got. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Russ got anything left. I mean, he's a nice guy. I'm rooting for him. Um, Patrick Mahomes, they haven't been looking super great, but he is Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Huh. The Browns, beat the Packers. The Commanders, okay, they won. The Bucks beat, okay. Oh, the ATL's not. Shauna, I just saw that. I just saw. That's why no comment. Oh my. I thought y'all, they were looking really good the last 2 games. What happened? I have nothing to say. So, Shauna, all I'm going to say is when the Saints play the Falcons, that's going to be both of their Super Bowls. Okay, I got you. Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank y'all for joining me for Sunday Wind Down. I love just kicking with y'all. I really do. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you to Jo. Is that thanks Jay? Thanks Lil. Thanks to and let's see, not be for them, Cynthia. Thanks, Annette and Shauna, my regulars. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks, Veronica. I appreciate all of y'all. And so I will put out a note, YouTube post the next time we have one, but I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks for the weekend wind down. Take care, y'all. Bye.